What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out some new clones by HkPerfumes. So I'm going to check them out. I have all of the original samples to compare them against for you guys, and we'll see if they're worth it. We'll see how good they are. These are all going to be fragrance clones or inspired by fragrances by Kilian. So we all know Black Phantom, we all know Angel Share. That's the fragrance brand we're talking about. So yeah, we'll check them out. Huge shout out to HkPerfumes for sending these over to me. As you guys know, I've already reviewed a couple of their fragrances before. I own a couple of the full-size ones, and then they sent me a sample set as well, actually. So far, for the most part, they've all been very solid. We'll check these out, and I'll let you guys know what I think. So here's what the presentation is going to look like. This one's called Profile. It's a clone of Black Phantom by Kilian. So you slide out the box like this. Looks kind of like sort of like a book. And then here is the container inside. So relatively simple container, straightforward. But the presentation of the box is actually quite nice. So it pulls out just like that. And then of course there's some embossing and then a raised sticker that says HkPerfumes. And then it says Lawrence, Massachusetts. Yeah, these are all made in the US, by the way. So these aren't Middle Eastern clones. I know I've kind of reviewed a lot of the Middle Eastern fragrance clones as well. So anyway, so here's the cap. Cap is going to be kind of a cheap plastic cap, but the rest of the bottle is actually quite nice. And then we'll give it a spray so I can show you guys how the atomizer works on these bad boys. All right, so decent atomizer. So Black Phantom, you guys probably know that one. Very popular, one of the most popular Kilian fragrances. It leans definitely more masculine, but technically it's unisex. And then here's a sample that I picked up from, where did I get this from? ScentSplit. So ScentSplit's pretty decent website for decants. My only problem with ScentSplit is that the 1 milliliter containers, they don't have sprayers on them, and I don't really like these dipsticks, but that's okay. So here's the original. We'll kind of compare and contrast. I have sprayed all of these, so I've checked out longevity and everything for you guys already, but I just wanted to show you guys the presentation and everything for the video. So here's the original, here's the clone. Let's give it a smell here. And right off of the bat, very, very similar. So what's nice about these, and I've said this, maybe I said it in the last video as well, is these are all HkPerfumes. Usually, like, you know, I've done reviews of the alt fragrances ones and some of the other ones where they say HkPerfume. Okja, I think they also do that. And it's not really that strong. It kind of performs like an EDT or an EDP. It usually doesn't perform as well as the original. These, I will say, all of the HkPerfumes fragrances, all of their clones, they do actually perform at least as well, sometimes even better than the original, because they're just getting the juice and making it more concentrated. So as far as how similar it is, I'm gonna go with anywhere between that 92 to 95% range with this one. So very similar. We get the woodiness. We get that kind of marshmallow sweetness. This is actually quite a sweet fragrance. You think of Black Phantom as being something that's just dark and patchouli and that kind of a thing, but it's actually a pretty sweet fragrance. I think the notes of it are caramel. Yeah, there's caramel in there. There's coffee in there, rum, almond and heliotrope. So that kind of adds to this sweetness. Sugarcane, caramel, and then yeah, of course there's the woodiness that I was telling you guys about, the sandalwood, the vanilla, and really you get that in both of them. The dry down is quite nice. I would say as far as how long they last, these are moderate to long lasting, both of them. So that's pretty solid as far as how long they last, just because it is a little bit more base heavy. So yeah, so if any of these interest you guys, as always, I'll throw links in the description. They gave me a discount code. I think it's 20% off. It might be 15, but I think it's 20% off. I'm gonna throw it in the description. So yeah, if you're interested in checking them out, you know. Okay, so yeah, that one's solid. I'm gonna give this one a presentation probably in a 7.5 range. Nothing too special, but the juice, 9 to 9.5 range. I mean, this is solid. So this one is a go for sure. Next one, oh yeah, so this is the next one. It is a clone of Intoxicated, which is another kind of popular fragrance by them. So we'll pull it out here. These are all 30 milliliters. I'm not sure the price. I'll put it in the description. But yeah, usually their prices are actually pretty solid, pretty comparable with a lot of the other fragrance cologne companies. So Aromatic Spicy is what this one is called. It's a clone of Intoxicated. All right. Oh yeah. Decent fragrance. It's very heavy in cardamom, even the original. The original is very heavy with cardamom, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a super big cardamom guy. What do you guys think about cardamom? I don't know. I've never been a super huge cardamom guy. All right, so here's a little dipstick. We'll put it on here. Okay, so this is the one I was thinking of. Okay, so there was one I wanted to really highlight with you guys. So yeah, so Aromatic Spicy. Very similar. I'm gonna say maybe that 90 to 93% range. So a little bit less similar than this one, but still, I mean, this is very close, over 90%, guys. But here's the thing, this is the one I wanted to tell you guys about. The performance as far as projection is better in this one than in the original. Original, you know, moderate projection, I would say, you know, moderate to long lasting, but moderate projection. This one, moderate to strong, it's noticeably stronger than this one. And it's not just because I used the dipstick. I had dipped some of the other papers that I had in it, really, so that I got a good amount of juice on there. And it's simply stronger. So again, this is a woody, these are both really lean masculine, in my opinion. They say that they're unisex. In my opinion, yeah, I mean, there's some sweetness in there, but I think that they both lean more masculine for sure. But this is another solid clone. So this one I would also recommend. What was this one called? The Aromatic Spicy, okay? So if you're a fan of Intoxicated, you don't want to pay 300 bucks, definitely I would check this one out. Yeah, see, so this one has a coffee note too, but it also says cardamom and aldehydes, and really, I think you really do get that cardamom pushing through in both of them. There's a bit of a coffee note in both of them for sure. Yeah, I mean, really, this outperforms the original. So this one's definitely a go. I'm not a super huge cardamom guy, just full honesty with you guys. But if you are a fan of the fragrance, definitely check that one out. Very good clone. So as far as clone quality and everything, I'm gonna say 9.5. So next one, this is the one I also wanted to kind of highlight here. So Smoke on Fire. Now, if I remember correctly, this one wasn't actually as close as I expected it to be. Usually the HkPerfumes, they're like really on, you know, on point with how close of a clone they are. This one, I was getting some different vibes from it. I was getting a little bit different notes from it. Yeah, hold on, yeah. So this one is called Smoke on Fire, okay? And it's supposed to be a clone of Light My Fire. Now this might just be a mistake. I'm not sure, but I get I get a lot of fruitiness from this. Light My Fire isn't supposed to be like that. Let me see what the notes of Light My Fire are again. Yeah, Light My Fire is a sweet tobacco, green, fresh, spicy fragrance. Tobacco, hay, honey, patchouli, vanilla, vetiver, birch, almond. So let's put on the original here. For some reason, I'm getting like a fruitiness. I don't know what that's all about. So to my nose, this doesn't smell very similar, which is a surprise. You know, overall, in general, guys, again, the HkPerfumes are very similar. You know, they're definitely using some sort of GCMS process where they're literally analyzing the liquid and then just recreating it with a stronger you know, percentage as far as the extrait de parfum type deal. See, so this I'm getting tobacco and hay and honey. This, well, yeah, I'm getting maybe some of the notes, but again, there's this fruitiness. Maybe there's some similarities. I'm gonna say maybe 70% similar. So that's a one-off because I own a bunch of them, and every single one of them I was like, okay, yeah, this is obviously a clone, and this is a pretty darn good clone. So this is the only one out of all of them that I've had an issue with. Interesting. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm gonna give that one, yeah, maybe like a 7 or 6.5. It smells great, but it just doesn't smell like the original. Okay, so Fresh Addict. Oh yeah, okay, Fresh Addict. You guys, have you smelled, what's it called? Ginger Moon, what is it? Blue Moon Ginger Dash. What a weird name. Blue Moon Ginger Dash by Kilian. Great fragrance. When they were gonna send me these, the guy was like, yeah, you gotta check out Blue Moon Ginger Dash. We're just gonna send you one of the clones of it. Check it out, check out the original. It's a killer. It's freaking bomb fragrance. And oh man, are they right. So yeah, I won't get ahead of myself. I'll spray it here for you. But Fresh Addict, okay? Spray that guy on. And again, these are all extrait de parfum. Oh, I can smell it from here. Dang, what a great fragrance. Blue Moon Ginger Dash. If you haven't checked it out by them already, it's an amazing fragrance. It's gonna be expensive. So again, I would 100% recommend getting the HkPerfumes version. I'm not sure of any other clone companies right now that have a clone of Blue Moon Ginger Dash. Usually I look through all my usuals, you know, the Latafa or some of those other companies. They don't have anything out right now. A lot of them actually don't have most of the Kilian ones, except for maybe Black Phantom, and maybe a lot of them have an Angel Share clone. But these ones, I actually haven't seen any clones from other companies, so they're kind of ahead of the game on this. But Blue Moon Ginger Dash, oh my gosh, it's fresh, it's citrusy, it's green. You know what it reminds me of? This reminds me of, and I looked it up on Fragrantica. I'm not the only one who thinks this. This kind of reminds me of Nautica Voyage. It's like a niche version of Nautica Voyage with vodka added to it. But it has that certain green note to it. And the thing is, and I've cloned Nautica Voyage before. I've looked at the GCMS reports of Nautica Voyage, and I think the reason that we're getting this sort of a vibe from Blue Moon Ginger Dash, and we're thinking, oh, that smells kind of like Nautica Voyage, is because of the clever use of undecavitol, which you don't really see a whole lot in other fragrances, but perfumers will recognize, I mean, immediately, oh, that green note, that almost like an ivy type green note, that really just brings out that freshness. Unmistakably undecavitol. There's also hexanol 3-cis, so there's leaf alcohols in there too, for sure, but very similar. I mean, this is, yeah, over 90% similar, for sure. Killer fragrance, amazing fragrance. I mean, this is a spring summer fragrance. It's a fresh fragrance, everyday wear. I can't recommend this one enough. Thanks for recommending this. I mean, really, I didn't even know about it before then. I really had only kind of delved into the, you know, the apple brandy on the rocks and those ones. So I didn't know, but if you haven't checked it out, check out the OG and definitely check out Fresh Addict. So yeah, so overall, thanks for watching, guys. Overall, I would definitely recommend Fresh Addict. I would definitely recommend these two. I would not recommend this one. Overall, the brand has been very solid. So thanks again for sending these over. I mean, I'm impressed, and I can honestly say that. So yeah, check them out. Yeah, make sure to use the 20% off code. Don't pay full price. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. What's your experience with HkPerfumes? Are there any other ones that I should be checking out by them? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Hey, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. We got a lot of videos coming up soon. I got a bunch more sample kits and things that I've been checking out. So, all right, see you in the next one.